Yeah, good evening all. You're welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to look at how to develop Scurve using Primavera PC's data. The first step is to ensure that our schedule is developed and well resourced. And the second step is to export our data from the PCs to Excel. Then the third step is to develop our Scurve from our Excel and format the chart. And that's all. So let's start. All right. This my PCs already have a project, so I need to simply open the project. Let me open my project, and yeah. So my project, I'm going to use this particular project, which is flow line construction and repair and replace flow line construction repair and replacement project. Okay. I right click and I click on open. So if you look at it, you will find out that it is well resourced. You see the resource column. We have added all the resources that are required to get this project executed. Okay, so however, let me just check at the front end if most of these activities are overloaded. I think things are pretty fine at this stage. Yeah, I think we can actually give it a go. All right. Okay, so to start doing my Scurve, all I need to do is I'll go to activity and I click on resource assignment. So under resource assignment, first thing you need to look at from here is to ensure you are in this project, and how to make sure you are using the specific project is to right click and check your group and sort. Make sure you are on project. It's very important so that you are only capturing what you have in this project. So I will close. Next thing is to make sure you are using budgeted labor unit. You can change it from here. You see the budgeted labor unit here. So you can go to customize if you want to use cumulative budgeted labor unit. But now let's use budgeted labor unit. Okay, that's the major two things we need. So the next thing we need to do is to manage our time zone. So on our time zone, critically, here is in days, and this project will have a start date of October and a finish date October 2nd October 2022 and a finish date of 9th December 2024. So however, we are going to use a time scale of 1 week reporting procedure instead of using the daily reporting procedure, but this will actually give us a longer Excel columns. Okay, so what I need to do is change the time scale to weekly base. So I'll click on time scale and I will come here and I will change it to month per week. I will look for month per week and I will say okay, just to reduce the numbers of columns that we are going to generate. So the next thing I need to do is I'll click here, which is the second step, to export it and move it to Excel. So I'll click here and I will right click, I will say copy. I will click here and I will open my Excel. So my Excel is up. I will just do Control V and I'll paste it. Okay. First thing is to delete from A1. I will delete from column A1 to E because I don't need it. I will right click and I will say delete. Then I will rename this spreadsheet field. I will rename it to this. And the second one, which is budgeted labor unit, I will rename it to my man hour. Okay. Next thing I need to do is to I will need to expand this column and remove empty space, if any. So I will click on this and I will scroll to the end. I will go to format just to remove all these columns. I want it to open. I want to be seeing all the dates. Click on format and I will use auto fit column width. Okay, you see all the dates have automatically opened. This now I will check for empty columns on the man hour. Currently now I can't find any, which means it's pretty fine and we can proceed to the next step. Next step is to get the weight. So before I proceed with the weight, first thing I need to do is to get the sum of my man hour. Total sum of my man hour, which I will do in form of sum. I will say sum all the man hours. Okay, total sum of my man hour is 5,000 man hours for this project. Okay, and I need to calculate my weight, and the formula to calculate the weight is budgeted man hour or budgeted unit divided by total unit, budgeted unit, or your total man hour divided by your individual man hour. So I will write it here as my weight. Okay, so first of all I will say equal sign, that's what my man hour divided by the total man hour. So I will go back and I will select my total man hour. I'll press enter. So at this point you will see this is the weight for this particular man hour. So next thing I need to reduce it to 2 decimal points, or perhaps I can make it 3 decimal points, but I enjoy using 2 decimal points. Okay. Next thing I need to do is to autofill the remaining ones, but it can't go. I just need to freeze the total man hour cell by adding $sign in between. You see, I add it at the beginning of the alphabet and at the end of the alphabet before the number. That's how I do the autofill. At this point, I can now autofill it. Okay, I autofill it. This is my man hour by each. This is my weight by each man hour. So next thing I need to do is to find my cumulative plan. Find my cumulative plan percent. Okay, so the formula for this is, before I proceed, I need to go a step backward to neutralize my graph from a 0 point, which is the point of origin. So I will right click and I will insert an until column. Under here, I will autofill backwards. I want to have 7 days. Let me see if it works. Yep, it did not work. Okay, so it did not work. So what I will do is, I will say, what I will do here is this. I will do equals to this date minus 7, because I'm reporting per week. Okay, so I just want to have a week backwards, and under my week backwards I will want to neutralize it to 0, 0, 0. Okay, then getting my plan man hour percent, my cumulative plan percent is, and I say equals to, I bring down this 0 here, number 1. Number 2, I will say equals to, I will pick this 0, I will say plus my weight, the weight of. Then I'll now do multiply by 100. Remember, it's in percent, and percentage just simply means multiply by 100. So I have to get this. Okay, and now drag to autofill. So the summary, the last column will give us 100. Please, if it's not 100, there's a problem, you need to resolve it. Okay, so this is 100, it means it's purely fine and it is gold. So I've formalized this on a cumulative format. Okay, the next thing I'll put my actual plan. So this is what we are going to be reporting when the project must have commenced. So the next one is my cumulative actual plan percent. Okay, this is also in percentage. Please take note. All right, so let me autofill it so that we just have it like this. Okay, so this is exactly the point I am at this. So I now need to select it and proceed with my graph. I need to select all of them, proceed with my graph. So my graph, I click on insert. Okay, I just go to line. I will pick the first one here, which is line. So you can see my line. So automatically you will find something very funny. You see the line somehow zigzag, but notwithstanding, we are going to manage it. I need to expand this. Let me drag it to the beginning, because I just want to have my total oversight of what I'm doing. I will like to drag this to the beginning. Okay, yeah. All right, so let me expand my graph. I just choose to put this graph here. I can also choose to place it on another cell. Okay, I want to expand. So I now need to just start. Now this is my, if I click here, if I click on this, you find out that it is my man hour. My man hour needs to be in a histogram format. So all I need to do is to right click on it, and I'll say change chart type, and I'll say please let it be in histogram format. So you can see it currently in histogram format. That's cool, pretty good and fine. Okay, now next one I need to do is, you see my weight. I don't need my weight in calculation. Perhaps I would have removed it at the initial point, but notwithstanding, I need to delete it at this point. So you see it with a red background, and that's the red we have here. We make sure I clicked on it and I'll press delete. You can see it's up from here, it's also up from here. That's pretty good and fine. Next one is, in fact, I think this is just the Scurve. So I just need to format it and make it somehow pretty and let it look nice. Okay. Um, at this point, I think we can start the formatting. So I click on my first of all, I click on my dashboard. I want to give it a title. So I look at the particular format that have title. Okay, let me use this. Okay, this is cool. So I can say, I can rename the chart here. I can rename the chart here to S-curve. Okay. This one is okay. And next thing I can do here is I can right click on this and change it. I will send it to data format, and under here I will take text as is just to make it pretty fine and cool. I'll close. Yeah. So I can expand the graph a little bit. Yes. Okay, I want to remove this line. Perhaps it's not necessary, so I just need to remove this line. So I want to give this chart a good background. I want it to be somehow looking um so I want it to be somehow pretty cool. I will go to design. I'll go to design, and I just need to choose one of these. I think this is pretty cool for me. This is pretty cool for me. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So now next, I need a column that will give me my 100%, my 100 from this as is. Okay. Um, or I need to limit this since we have up to 200. I need to limit this. I need to limit this as is. I need to give it a limit of a fixed limit. Our maximum is 5,000. Our maximum per individual. Okay, let's check our maximum per individual cells here. I'm just looking at the maximum cells we have is like 300 or 2 something. So let's limit it to 250. Let's limit it to 250. I think, yeah. I'll go to axis. I'll select the maximum be 250. I will come here, maximum fee 250. Okay. All right. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So next thing is I will click on this here, and I will make it a secondary as is. I will send it to a secondary as is. All right. Okay. Now it's done. I know what to do. Okay. All right. Let me not go that much on that. Let me not do much on that. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me just try to update and see how my graph will look like. Okay. Under this, I can do 0 and 0. Okay, then under this I can do, let's do 2, and this we do, let's do 0, 0.2. Okay, I'm just trying to see. I can see a graph coming up, but visually I don't need that graph. A graph is pumping up, so let me shoot it so that I can get that graph out, and let me shoot it so that I can get the graph out and I'll figure it out. Okay, this graph shouldn't be, this shouldn't be, okay. I just want to take this graph away, and one of the methods is to work on it. Okay, that's it here. Okay, so at this point, I just right click this graph and delete it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Okay, so look at the one I've been using here, which is this, and this will simply be the same formula: dash plus dash times 100, and that's all. Okay, this should be 0.1. So I need to make this. I need to make this line. I need to make it decimal point. Okay. So I'll just take this as well. Yeah, it's going up, I understand. So this is, let's say, 0.03, and this should be 0.3. Let's say it's 0.03. Okay, you can see the line that is actually coming up. Yeah, please, this aspect is just your skill in formatting your Scurve. That's just all you need to do here, and nothing more than that. So I want to change the color. I want to change the color so that it will look. Let's look at the color. So I want to change the color, and I'll just go to my line. My line, first of all, let me make it multicolor by making it 5. The weight should be 5. Then let's change the color. Let's use line color. Line color, let me use this. That's great. And let me change this one as well. Let's use 5 for this. And let's use another color for this as well. Let's use yellow. Will yellow be fine? Okay, yellow is fine. Okay. So let's use this to color for this, and so critically, this is your Scurve. Okay. So if I do my update, if I update from here, sorry, let me remove this one point here. If I update from here, I will simply drag this one. If I come here and I say 0.02, I'll press enter, and I'll come here, I'll drag this one. You will see my line will progress. Automatically it will progress. If I come here again and I do 0.05, and I come here again and I drag, my line will automatically progress. You see, it's going up because I'm achieving more than planned. So the implication is that here I plan to achieve 5.76, and as a date I'm achieving 13.0. Let me also make the decimal point. Okay, I'm achieving 13.0, and that's why you see my actual is actually higher than my progress, and the difference between these is called your variance. Okay, we'll stop here at this point, and we'll proceed from another dimension. Thanks, and have a nice day.